The topic of this talk is cache memory. So here, what are the things we are going to see about is what is cache memory, where exactly it is placed in between processor and main memory, what is the need of cache memory, and what is cache mapping function. So these are the things we are going to be studied under this video. In this video. So first of all, before entering the topic, so by definition, so cache memory is a small in size and which can store the frequently accessed data from main memory. So this is the definition of cache memory. Basically, before entering the topic into detail, we should know about how the processor executing the instruction from main memory. For that, we are having the processor, and the processor, this is our main memory. So main memory is already filled with some stored instructions. So the main use of the processor is to fetch the instruction one by one from the main memory and to execute. This is the main use of the processor. Mainly processor is used to execute the micro instruction from the main memory. Suppose we are having the program. One program consists of set of instruction. That instructions are stored in main memory. The processor, one time it will fetch the one instruction and execute. Next time it will next instruction, like that manner the processor is going to execute line instruction of the program from main memory. So in this situation, what is the need of the cache memory? So for that we should understand one of the main concept. Instead of time, the processor which needs a code and data of the particular program, not the processor needs all the instruction from the program. The processor at a time the processor executes the data and code part of the program. So these two are the part of the program, yet the program contains number of instructions. So these two, the particular data and code which are accessed and executed from the one memory is called what? Cache memory. For that, the cache memory is in small in size comparing with the main memory, and also it retains the frequently accessing data of main memory by the processor. Every time the processor accessing data from the main memory, the frequently accessed data are the copies of the main memory data are going to be held in the cache memory. So that is the main use of cache memory. So for that, what is the main use of or advantage of cache memory by placing in between processor and main memory is, by placing the cache memory, the average access time of the processor it should be reduced. Without having the cache memory, every time the processor going to access the instruction from main memory, so the access time is somewhat high. If some of the backup are there in the cache memory, then the processor can directly access the data from cache. This is the main concept why we are having the cache memory in between processor and main memory. And also the cache memory which is small in size. Basically the cache memory, main memory, both are under the category of RAM. RAM is random access memory. So random access memory, by definition, the random access memory is any location of the memory. So now suppose this is our main memory which has number of locations. Each and every one is the address location. Suppose it is the 0, 1, 2, 3, like that each and every locations are addressed. Random access memory concern the processor which can access data from any location in a fixed amount of time. If it is a processor, it can access data from 0th location or data from mid location of the main memory or data from last location of the main memory. All take the fixed amount of time. So that is the RAM memory, random access memory. Basically, both are cache memory and main memory both are under the category of random access memory. Yet the RAM contains two categories: dynamic RAM and also static RAM. Main memory comes under dynamic RAM and cache memory comes under static RAM. So here the main concept is the static RAM, which uses transistor. It uses transistor to store the single bit of data. Here the dynamic RAM category of the main memory, which uses capacitor to store the single bit of data. Since the DRAM uses capacitor, each time to retain the data, it has to be refreshed to the capacitor for retaining the data. But SRAM concern, it does not need any kind of refreshment to retain the data as long as in the main memory. And also the design of the SRAM it is very complex. DRAM is not so complex comparing with static RAM. And also SRAM is small in size. DRAM is somewhat huge in size. Next, SRAM, the access speed of the static RAM is high, and the access speed of dynamic RAM is slow comparing with static RAM. So for that reason only, the designer of the computer systems, they had and they planned cache memory as the static RAM. So the working principle, access time, everything is very fast, so that it is very close to the processor comparing with the main memory. So this is the reason behind what is cache memory, why exactly we place the cache memory in between processor and main memory, whether it comes under both the RAM, cache memory, main memory, absolutely both are comes under RAM category, random access memory. All locations are accessed in a fixed or same amount of time. But what is the exact difference between static RAM and dynamic RAM? So these are the things we discussed so far. Next, the main concept we are moving to see about is cache mapping technique. Cache mapping functions. What is cache mapping function? What is the need of cache mapping function? So what are the categories of cache mapping functions? These things we should